楚钦，男，17岁，中国乒乓球队运动员，左手横拍无圈结合快攻打法。2017年获得亚洲青少年锦标赛男单冠军，在刚刚结束的天津第13届全运会上获得男单第3名。
外交会对群众队第一场比赛，王楚钦对王建宇，第一局王楚钦发球，0比0。
现在是话筒，互相话筒。
1比0。
Good morning, everyone. We are now in Beijing Sports University and streaming to you the Grassroots versus Elite games. For this morning, we have a team event of table tennis. The two sides are China's top amateur table tennis players and the very professional, very all-time leading Chinese table tennis team members. So let's go for it. The first game is between a national member Wang Chuqin and amateur player Shen Jianyu. If my memory is not wrong, Shen Jianyu is in his 30s, and he's silver medalist of the Chinese National Games amateur table tennis tournament. Yes, Shen Jianyu is the one in of left hand. Now Shen is serving and got 1 point. Wang Chuqin serving. Well, the server lost 1 point. It seems that Shen Jianyu is pursuing to get points back. Wow, just missed the point. game point for the professional one, Wang Chuqin. Game one by Wang Chuqin. Wang Chuqin is 17 years old. He's born in Jilin Province, northeast China. Well, he's became a national table tennis player in just like 1.5 years ago. Though Wang Chuqin is very young, he's actually a bronze medalist of men's singles of the national games table tennis tournament. Side 2. Shen Jianyu is first to serve. Point for service. The amateur player is leading 2-1. No, sorry, 2-0. Wang Chuqin got 1 point back. Now leveled for 2-2. Seems like an ace for Shen Jianyu. 3-all. Now Wang Chuqin is serving. What a point. Just can't tell which one is better in service. It's a very good attack. And point for Wang Chuqin. The teenager is very powerful in his forehand. Yes, again. Shen Jianyu is thinking about his tactics. It seems like the judge said that the ball has kissed the net. so it will be reserved. We all know that China are the powerhouses of world table tennis. It seems that the amateur players not very far from the level of the professionals. Just 1 point from another set point. Set point. (11-6). Wang Chuqing got the second win of the side. He's leading 2-0 on sides. We say that Shen Jianyu, the amateur player, is very famous in the table tennis world of Jiangsu province. It's a pen holder, and it's quite Chinese, right? It's quite traditional traditional style of China's table tennis players. And he said that table tennis has been a lifestyle for him. Side 3. Good rallies from both players. Shen is leading 2-0. And now Shen is serving. Good chance to enlarge his leg. Well, no. Wang Chuqing got 1 point back. We can see that Wang Chuqing is a shake hand style of playing. And he's one of this very front in techniques and techniques. Wang Chuqing launched a very good comeback. Now the leading 3-2 in the third side and 2-0 on sides. 4-2. Change of service. Very, very powerful forehand from Wang Chuqing. We can see that the young players of the Chinese national teams showed quite potentials. But actually, the amateur players are not so bad. Shen Jianyu is a grassroots player, but he's also have a show on the international stage. Last summer actually, the summer of this year, Shen Jianyu have been to London for a very kind of how to say it, it's some kind of like TTX, but it's only his racket with very smooth surface, and he's got into the last 16 of this World Championships. This World Championships is designed especially for amateur players. Well, back to the game. Sam, the Wang Chuqin is still got the right rhythm. Over 10 rallies. 7-2. A big match for Wang Chuqin, the young players from the national teams of China. 8-2. Maybe that's a real match between amateur and professional. 3-8. Shen serving. 2 points back. Let's see how Wang Chuqin deal with it. Match point. Actually, Wang Chuqin holding 6 points. Game 1, 11-4 in third set and 3-0. Congratulations to Wang Chuqin, the very young Chinese national member. After the fourth game, the national team member got 1-0 against the Grassroots. Wow, the next game will be very, very exciting because there will be a women's player, Wang Manyu, from the Chinese national team, and she's against the the game. The roster has been changed. It's a women's singles matchup between the national team member Wang Manyu and grassroots player Zhao Lei. Wang Manyu is 18 years old, is very young, quite young, and she's the World Youth Championship Women's Singles Champion, and also the Women's Team Champion and runner-up of Women's Doubles of the Youth World. Now the players are entering the court. We can see the thin and tall, the very young teenager was Wang Manyu. She's 18 years old and just got into the senior team of the Chinese table tennis national team last year. Zhao Lei is 35 and born in Shandong province, East China. Zhao Lei is actually a former professional, but it's it's 18 years ago. That means that when Zhao Lei got his team champion of the China's university table tennis tournament. Maybe Wang Manyu just got born. Umpires are checking the table, the net, and the players are getting warmed up.
球龄16年，全国第10届大学生乒乓球锦标赛女子 B 组团体冠军、单打亚军。2016年乒动中原河南省大众乒乓球公开赛女子青年组团体冠军。2017年乒动中原河南省大众乒乓球公开赛焦作赛区女子青年组团体亚军。
We can see the broadcasting is introducing Zhao Lei, and she's got a lot of table tennis championships. Well, we know that Wang Manyu is 18 years old, but Zhao Lei has played table tennis for 16 years. Well, 2 days ago, when the amateur players were training in the Chinese national team, a coach for the professionals also said that their qualities of playing table tennis are quite good. But table tennis is not a sport that you can improve your skills by practicing. You need to play it against somebody at your level. So that's maybe the real margin between professional and amateur. Now the match begins. Zhao Lei and serve. But it's Wang Manyu got the first point of the side. We see that Wang Manyu, as a professional, she's got a lot of tournament on his schedule, and just a week ago, he's got the women's singles trophy left at Australian Open. That's a quite tight schedule for Manyu. Good point. 1-4. Zhao Lei is still serving. Let's see. Like a mistake on the backhand of Zhao Lei. Now you got 1 point more. 6-1. Change of services. Both players shake hands out. But it's very obviously that Zhao Lei got some kind of serving is not used right now as the most popular style. 9-1. What a gap. Manyu serving. set point. (11-1). Well, we see that maybe there's a big gap between the professionals and the amateur players. But 11-1 is also seen in professional international stage of table tennis. As I can recall that once a former Chinese national player, Zhang Yining, once beat Fukuhara Ai, a very famous table tennis idol from Japan. They also have the match, the points like 11-1. Now back to the game, side 2. Wang Manyu serving. Wang Manyu is really good at forehand. (2-0). Looks she's got everything. Now Zhao Lei serving. Manyu seems not letting any chance to his opposite. Something wrong with Zhao Lei's name plans, but the game is still going on. 4-0. 0-4. Then change of services. Wang Manyu is serving. Well, the ball is against the knight, so reserve. Another error for services, so redo it. Fourth point of the set for Zhao Lei. (7-2). It's quite difficult for Zhao Lei to get points, but she's not give up. She's always working on it. And now Zhao is serving 3-7. Ace. Good service. Zhao Lei is thinking. Maybe another good serve. Zhao Lei tried to launch an attack, but she's got some slightly missed the spot. Another point for Wang Manyu, 9-4. It seems another quick side from the two players. 10-4. Wang Manyu is holding 6 set points. Now 4-10. Could it be the end of the set? Sorry for that. Wang Manyu got to win the second set 11-4. And she's leading 2-0 on sides. The 18 years old Wang Manyu is also got an Asian trophy early this year when she's playing women's doubles against a pair from Japan, and she and her teammate Chen Ke got the Asian Championships women's doubles title in last April. Well, back to the game, set 3. Jolly got lucky, but not so lucky to get 1 point for herself. 0-1. And another backhand error from Wang Manyu gave the Jolly a point. 1-all. 2-1. The service is back to Jolly. 1-3. Well, missed of chance. They will do it again. That's 1 point for Jolly, and she's vying for it by service while, and that forced Wang Manyu to commit some error. But Wang Manyu is quickly recovered and got 5-2 in lead. Jolly shook hand and said that's saying sorry, but back to the game. Wang Manyu is still very fierce in attacking. But margin is growing. Seven, 3. Wang Manyu is serving. Seven, 4. Maybe she needs to calm down a little bit. Not the case. 5-7. Jolly is thinking of his next step. Maybe he will serve a very strong service. Good. 6-7. Just 1 point to go to level. That's a quick attack from Wang Manyu. It's really hard for Zhao Lei to get the ball back to the range. Very good attack from Wang Manyu and got the point to 9-6. Serve again. Wang Manyu is matching towards. Yeah, here comes the game point for Wang Manyu, and Zhao Lei called for a timeout. We know Zhao Lei is now 35 years old, and the reason for her to start playing table tennis was she's not so strong when she was a kid, and her parents want her to get healthier, so sent him to playing table tennis and got some practice in a very professional school in local Shandong Zibo city. And when he was like 18 years old, Zhao Lei got a chance to get into the professional team, but she's not make it through to the end. Back to the game. Zhao Lei got 1 point back. But Wang Manyu still holds 3 points of match point. Another point back for Zhao Lei. Wang Manyu, if she's not going to let the game into a long set, she have to make it in between 2 points. Game's over. Wang Manyu is winning the game 11-8, and wrap up the whole game 3-0. That means the professional team members got 2 sides, 2 games in hand. The broadcasting showing a music called The Most Shining Stars. And players for the third game that are marching in. It's Shenpeng versus Zhou Kai. Shenpeng is also in his 30s. Zhou Kai is a young player from the Chinese national team. Yes, Zhou Kai is a little bit older than the 2 previous national team members. He is born in 1996. He is now 21. Best result for Zhou Kai is South Korean Open men's doubles champion in 3 years ago, in 2014. But he's got very good result from the club championships. The the Chinese Super League of Table Tennis. Zhou Kai was a member of the men's team champion. He's representing the People's Liberty Army in the Chinese Super League of Table Tennis.
2009年全国通信行业乒乓球赛冠军，2013年广东省体育大会乒乓球赛冠军，2017年蝴蝶杯乒乓球赛广州赛区冠军。周海，男，21岁，中国乒乓球队运动员，右手横拍弧圈结合快攻打法。
Shen Peng is a worker from IT, the intelligent technology field of working area. He worked for the Chinese telecom and also have very good results from the Chinese national games. It's rounded up last month. Now the game begins. The professional one, Zhou Kai, is to serve for the ball. One zero. Shen Peng hits the ball really hard, and it seems difficult for Zhou Kai to receive the ball. It's rare for this game that Shen Peng got the leading hand 2-1. That's a lucky ball. Shen Peng can barely get the ball out of the range. It's like the two players are playing quick and very strong forehand. You can imagine the spin must be very, very strong. Shen Peng is still in lead, 4-2. Zhou Kai got 1 point back. Shen Peng in serving. Another point for the amateur. Zhou Kai serving. 3-5. 3-4-5. Oh, that's what a pity. Shen Peng could have got this point. 5-all in the Shen Peng is serving. Long range, and the Zhou Kai ends up as the winner of this point. Severa. Shen Peng's retreat. Shenpeng is trying to get more strength on the ball, but failed. 8-5 for Zhou Kai. Seems that Zhou Kai needs some time to warm up for the game, though they have been begun for quite a long time. Wow. 8-6 now changes of services. 6-8. Shenpeng serving. Well, that must be a wrong judgment on Spain. Another chance to serve. Can Shenpeng got this 1 point? Yes, 7-9. Shenpeng is still trailing, but it's not so far. Ten-7. Ten-8. Change of services. 8-10. Wow, that must be a very specific spot of the ball catching the table at the very corner. 9-10. Can it be leveled? Good. 10-all. Shenpeng is quite astounding. And she's talking to herself, maybe thinking about tactics. 11-10. Shenpeng, the amateur player, is now leading 11-10. If my memory is not wrong, it may be the first time that the amateur player is leading against a professional. Now 11-all. Twice 11. Zhou Kai is not going so smoothly, but he's still moving forward to a victory. He's got lucky. 13-11. Zhou Kai won the fourth side of the third game. Let's check who Zhou Kai is. Well, we know that he's 21 years old, and he's started playing table tennis since he was 6 years old, and it's very normal right hand shaking hand style. And he's very good at the quick attack. It was in 2013 Zhou Kai got caught up to the national team, and in the same year Zhou Kai won the Chinese Youth Table Tennis Championship men's singles title. Back to the game. Shenpeng is serving. Wow, that's an error from Shenpeng. So will this set be the same like the last one? 2-0. 3-0, 3 points in a row for Zhou Kai. One, 3. Just one backhand error from the professional player got Shenpeng 1 point, the first point of this set. It's a change of range from Zhou Kai, forced Shenpeng to lost 1 point, 1-4. 2-4. Let's see how it goes. 5-2. We know that for this Grassroots versus elite games, the national game did not send out their best players, like the number 1 Ma Long in the men's singles rankings, or Dai Ning of men's singles top ranked player. But the younger, the teenagers, the young players from national teams is still quite strong for the amateur players. 3-6, Shenpeng is serving. Got 1 point back on his own serve. Four, 7, 7-4. Eight, 4. Zhou Kai got 2 points from his services and now change of serves. Backhand 5-8. Right to it. Actually, Shenpeng seemed quite dissatisfied on his own performance and he cursed himself. He just smiled at it. Wow. 3 points in a row. And set point. 1 set point back for Shenpeng. But still 4 set points in hand for Zhou Kai. Another set point back. Seems that the amateur players won't let the professionals win very easily, though the match points, the score, the same, they're very easy. Now, Exchange of services. 10-8. Zhou Kai got it finished in 1 ball, in 1 point. Let's see. 11-8. Zhou Kai won the second set and he's now leading 2-0. Zhou Kai is a Jiangxi province native. It's not a traditionally very strong province in table tennis for China. But she's looked kind of good. Set 3. This can be the decisive set for the whole match. Great attack from Zhou Kai. (2-0). Shenpeng seems a little bit nervous, right? Because this is could be the decider. But it's got 1 point. 1-2. Shenpeng serving. 2-all. Shenpeng almost posed there without any actions because it's really a very, very good ball from Zhou Kai. 3-2. Can it be 4-2? Or can it be leveled again? 4-2. The professionals are moving very steadily, smoothly towards a victory of the whole match. Shenpeng is still attacking, but unfortunately, it's 2-5. Lost another chance to gain a point. Hey.
5-3。
Seems there are some errors from the professionals and let the amateur player. Shenpeng got 1 point back. 5-all. What a surprise. Like the amateur is playing die hard. 6-5. 6-all. It's really truly a very difficult situation for the amateur players, because we know that China in the past 20 years have won almost everything, including 3 times clean sweep at the most recent Olympic Games in Beijing, in London, and in Rio last year. So maybe this game can explain this question, that how China could be so strong for such a long time. One of the reasons must be that the sport is truly popular in China. There are so many Chinese that are playing table tennis so good, so well, so like professionally, though they are just amateur players. Now, Shen Peng, the amateur member, called a timeout. Yes, we know that the sport can get a better development when there is a big population in the country playing this sport. So it will be much easier for China to support table tennis talents and nurturing future stars. That's why there is saying that in table tennis was China's national championship can be even harder than the World Championships. And we are just showing you this game to test that how the level of China's amateur players. Now, Shen Peng is serving, but missed a chance to get 1 point back, and Zhou Kai led 9-7. It's just 1 step away from the match point. Zhou Kai did it. Zhou Kai make it. It's 10-7 match point for the professional team. Back again. 11-7. Zhou Kai won the 3rd game, and the elite team won the game. So this is our streaming live this morning, and it proved that China do have their eyes on the professionals, and the amateur players maybe on a high level, but not matching the professional ones. And don't forget that we will have a badminton game this afternoon, so stay tuned, stay with us. We will meet again like in 4 or 5 hours later. See ya.